So we recorded. There was last week, whatever. You wasn't here. I can't remember why. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as we recorded, we discussed the rated awards.
What the fuck's wrong with your dog, fam?
Yeah, we got the Callum's got.
Sorry about that, Chucky. Do you know what it is? That was just really off-putting for me. But sorry, carry on. As you were saying, as we were recording.
Yeah. So anyway, we recorded the day after the rated awards. Yeah.
Okay.
So we discussed the rated awards. You wasn't here. We discussed it. Yeah. Now, obviously, when we put that episode out, the amount of people that was atting me and telling me, "Oh my God, you know, there was an incident that happened and you lot are silenced on it and no one's talking about this and it's disgusting and why isn't anyone saying, I hope he gets better?" And I'm looking at some of the things, but I'll tell you what was more annoying me than anything, was the fact that people were telling me that an industry is silencing me. Me! An industry that is silencing me. Fam, nobody silences me. I don't believe anyone silences you, but what was annoying to me is that I felt that, and maybe you know, some of them are none the wiser, but there are certain things that happen, right? There are certain things that happen that you can't just speak about straight away until you get certain pieces of information and stuff. Do you get me? Now, what I want to be clear in, is that when we was at the rated awards, I was there, you was there, whatever. And whatever happened. When I left, I actually didn't even know that anything had happened. It was only until when I got home, one of my good friends told me, "Oh, apparently such and such has happened." We recorded the next morning. I'm not going to come here and talk about something that happened apparently for half an hour in case. Imagine we sat there and we discussed something for 20 minutes, half an hour, only to realise that didn't even happen.
It's an L, innit?
What? Could you imagine? Right? And then anyway, just as we was about to record, that was when Dan showed us, remember, he showed me a text. No, it wasn't a text. Someone had created an Instagram. So it wasn't even theirs. Someone had obviously created an Instagram. I don't think I saw it. Yeah, he showed it to me. Someone had created an Instagram and it just had bare things about what apparently had happened. Now, again, for me, I'm not going to discuss something so serious from a Instagram account that just opened up today. I'm not going to do that because all of that is apparently. Again, imagine I sit here for half an hour, 25 minutes discussing something that I don't even know happened, and it might not have even have happened. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. When there are some things that are so serious here, you can't. For me personally, you can't just discuss them so quickly like that. What do you want us to do? Come out and start throwing out all of these? And you know me, Poe.
That's what they want you to do, though.
I love a speculation, but that's within reason. But if somebody almost dies, I'm not going to come here and start speculating on bare different things. That's outrageous to me.
My reasoning is different, though. I'll tell you my reasoning. Now, I understand now what we do, and this whole industry is now appealing to Shrewsbury, and it's appealing to Hartlepool, and it's appealing to Torquay, and it's appealing to a lot of places that don't understand the birth of it. But the birth of what we do comes from a struggle. And within this struggle, there are certain crimes which have probably happened. But when I've grown up, our whole thing is we don't snitch. We don't go and talk about the situation too tough. We only smoke about it with a small group of people that we trust. But it's not something you run around and gossip it doing. As a youngster, we were told that was like, and I'm not saying this is how I feel now, but that was like a feminine trait for you to have gossipy conversations on the phone about situations like this. It's not really a masculine thing to do, which has now been embedded in me. Whether that's right or wrong is a whole separate conversation. The point I'm trying to make right now is because that's embedded in me as a big man, I imagine it's embedded with a lot of people from our culture. So there is a no snitching culture within it. Whether it's right or wrong is a whole different thing. So if you want me now to compromise the beliefs I have, which are embedded in me because this is not interesting to me, this is my life, for people I don't even know, because this is like a wonderful spectacle to them. This is like Friends. This is like a sitcom to them. Like, oh my God, this happened to this person. We need to find out all the information. Let's go talk to Poet and Chucky. You're talking to the wrong person, because this is my life. I'm not going to sit down and have a gossip conversation about things that are something to do with my life. This is, why would I talk about something which could be the detriment of everything I have? It doesn't make sense. Well, even if I knew all the information, why the fuck am I gonna come to my podcast and share it with people I don't even fucking know? Cuz before feds could be listening to this, what now I'm gonna go into questioning for this fucking situation because some people on Twitter want me to gossip about it. Bro, I'm a fucking big man. That's just not what we do. So all the little 14 and 15 year olds that probably atted Chucky and probably atted me, I just don't have no interest. I'm just here to tell you, I don't give a dog's bollocks about things like that. It's just not interesting to me. I do hope my man gets well. From my understanding, he has got well, and I hope no one gets in problems. I hope we can see past this incident, but I wasn't there. Like Chucky said, how can I talk about it?
Do you know what the thing is?
Yeah?
This, whatever happened during the... do you know what I think, yeah? Some people actually must think that what happened was there was some big thing happening right at the front of the stage, and the cameras weren't picking it up. They must have been off camera or whatever, and then there was a big thing going on, and everyone saw it, and now no one's talking about it. Fam, I can almost guarantee you nobody saw anything that was going on. When I came out, I don't know about you, when I came out of the show, I didn't see ambulance, I didn't see police like that. There was nothing that made me think that I was coming out of something serious. I was just coming out and just catching joke and chatting to people, doing 1-2 interviews,
but I'm
whatever.
asking you a question. Even if you was, why should you share that information? All I want is clear justification for why we have a responsibility to share information about something that is considered a crime. Why do you want me and Chucky to...
That's true.
Is this an interrogation room? What, like, why am I sharing this information? I don't understand why people want it, but then I do understand, because like I said, this is man's life, and for you, this is an episode of Friends or Today in Grime or Today in the Hood. Like, this is how you view this shit. You go to all of these fucking Instagram pages that I genuinely think are trash to find out news on people and gossip. Cuz, don't come to me for that. Maybe when I was 24 that was appealing, but cuz I'm a big fucking man, cuz I ain't got time to be talking about situations that involve the police. I'm just not on it. That's just not the way I'm built. My whole thing is, if you're gonna go and talk about things like that, you gotta be prepared to get your ass kicked, fam. Am I prepared to get my ass kicked over a situation that has nothing to do with me? No. Will I talk about the Rated Awards the next day? The award ceremony? Of course I will. Will I talk about the discrepancies that happened behind the scenes that I wasn't there to witness? Absolutely for the purpose of people's entertainment?
Of course not.
It's just for your entertainment. That's why you want to know. This is not entertaining to me. This is man's life. This is what feeds my kids.
I'll be honest with you. I'd be willing, this is where I would go with it, yeah? I'd be willing to talk about it if afterwards, once it's all said and done, a couple people might go jail or whatever it may be, and the whole thing's done, then maybe there might be a conversation to be had differently, not on the individuals, but maybe the implications of what could happen on the scene and stuff like that.
So the impact it has for going forward, but never to break down the situation and say at 7:47 this, like, what the fuck do you think this is? CSI? You lot can kiss my ass.
That man is gonna come out here and just sit there and start throwing out these same speculations that people are on Instagram and start spreading out a bag of rumors for me to be a part of a police investigation.
Is this power? Who do you think I am, Angela Valdez? You can kiss my ass, mate. I'm not fucking out here about to go and say, boy, and well, my brethren told me this and me get this text about.
Nah.
Bro, that was information given to me.
If we're discussing albums, I'll do them type of speculations. If we're talking about clothing lines, I'll do that. If we're talking about other stuff like that, I'll do that. I'll speculate all. I love a speculation.
But Chucky,
if we're gonna sit here and speculate on who done what to who backstage like that, hell, and somebody nearly died.
Man's a fully grown man.
And you know what? On top of all of that, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Even if you
did know. I don't even want to know.
But Chucks, my whole thing is, if I knew everything that happened, I witnessed it, I saw it, I want to understand in the minds of the people that
you know why. You know why.
Why? But you know what? I don't, because I don't know them. But I can only come to a judgment based upon the information I have, which is not a lot. But I will say this. Don't expect that from me and Chucky, fam. We're adults. We have a responsibility, not just to ourselves, but to the people within this scene as well. We can't just be like, we have responsibility. We have relationships with people in which we talk to them about personal things. Just because to you that person's entertainment doesn't mean it's entertainment to us. This is not an episode of Power. I'm not gonna run and phone my brethren and be like, right, did you see what Ghost done to my man's gal? And that's not the case. This is real life. So if I get information like that, don't expect me to share it. I'm sorry. That's just not the way I'm built. In the hood, if you do that, you get your ass kicked, or you're getting stabbed, you're getting there's bare consequences for your actions when you're doing things you don't need to do. I don't need to share this information with you.
And I didn't, and also on top of all of that, I didn't see no videos, but when we recorded, I didn't see no videos. And I heard one speculation and one Instagram thing that somebody had created that day and just put out info. I'm not just going by that. That's just to say, if somebody creates an Instagram account and gives out some information about, I don't know, so-and-so raped this person, or so-and-so shot this one, or did that one, or did this, I'm not talking about that. Who are you? Who's the person who created the account? Anyone can do that. I could go on Instagram right now and just spread a mad rumor about someone. Anyone can do that. People do that every day, cuz I'm not coming here and discussing them type of things. I'll let something breathe, and then I'll figure out the conversation that could be had, that is a constructive conversation to be had, if there is one. But other than that, I'm not sitting here and doing the same speculation that I would on an album with somebody's life. That's just not... My morals and ethics just don't work like that.
My closing statement is this. If we take away everyone's social currency and just look at them as normal human beings, and then take a look at the incident that happened, I ask everyone in the world that had a problem with Chucky, if that happened in your life, take away the social currency, we're all the same, would you be so quick to wanting to know and wanting to share that information? I very much doubt it. So right now, you only want information about the situation because of the social currency involved with the individuals. For me, personally, I can only drink tea in front of a rash because that is trash. And that is my closing statement.
Alright, cool. And I'll just leave it on this as well, because I did want to say this.
Sorry.
And which is not like, this is not even just exclusive to this situation here, yeah. But I'm still trying to come to terms with the fact that, like, people, like, somebody could be on the floor with stab wounds or wherever it is, yeah, shot or whatnot, and someone's filming them. Like where... Please, I know that you had a closing statement, but could you try to somehow rationalize this for me?
It's what I said in my closing statement. Basically, as a nation, as people, as one, we are lost. Our whole lives are driven by numbers and social currency. Therefore, if we're the first person to get footage of something that will get a lot of numbers, then everything else that's important in life goes out the window. So if an incident happens where someone gets whatever happens and we film it and we upload it first or we share it first, we're the guy, we're the go-to person. Oh my God, what happened? It's insecurities. There's so much things involved within that are so deep-rooted, I don't want nothing to do with it. That's why when I see someone on the floor and they're in problems, the first thing for me to do is to help them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in life, if I had no phone, and we're on a stranded island and something happened to you, that is what I would need to do.
But you know what it is? The first thing that I would be looking to do is help them. The second thing I'd be looking to do is help them. The third thing I'd be looking to do is help them. The fourth thing I'd be looking to do is help them. The fifth thing I'd be looking to do is help them. In all of these things, in helping them, none of them involve me taking my phone and filming them while they're hurt. Because as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't help them.
But by the third thing, I think I'll be tired. So I probably need to get an Uber home. But I was with you for the first and the second. I want to get Uber home,
man. I don't know. I find that's the one thing I find about today's society mad to me, bro.
But you know what? Even when we say
I find it very difficult to get used to that. Seriously,
We won't, Chucky. But the beauty about it is, even when we say this and we've articulated it in a way where I genuinely feel people should understand, there will still be one person who'll be like, but what about our safety? Like, you're so, like, that person there, you're absolute trash. And I shouldn't even judge people like that because I'm trying to be all zen and ting, but you're just trash, fam. Like, you just want to know information about other people so you can gossip with your friends about it. That is trash.
Nah, it's not all trash though. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean?
I like a gossip still, but
not about situations like that.
Of course not.
Listen, if my brethren is licked down one gal and I'm like, what? You beat that? But I might phone a man like, yo, cuz, what's going on over here, fam? And I want some information because I just need to know how to operate over there.
Of course,
but situations like where man are on the floor, there's feds, but come on, my people. Yeah, like Chucky said, man, put the phones down, man.
So anyway, what's going on, my G? What go on?
Cause there's too much going on in my life. I just really need to just slow down. I feel bad that I haven't been here. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
we've missed you still.
I've missed you, man. Like, I proper miss you lot. I won't lie to you. Yeah. I really miss it. I miss it, man. I was even in Sweden the other day, and some girl came up to me and she was like, you haven't been there for a little while. And I was like, oh, you've been off and on. And she goes, oh, I miss you, man. Like, regardless of what the comments say.
Of course.
And I was like, oh, what did the comments say? They're like, oh, they're always hating on you. I'm like, I said to her, look, babe, I genuinely believe in my heart of hearts, and I could be wrong. But you see the people that I genuinely have a problem with.
Yeah.
I don't go, and this is just by my standards, so I could be wrong. Yeah. But the people I genuinely have a problem with, which is not really a lot of people, is pretty much nobody. But anyone that there's an issue in some capacity doesn't involve me taking out time to inform that person. Okay. Anytime I've gone to inform somebody I have a problem with them, I've realised I don't really have a problem with them per se. I have a problem with something they've done. Yeah. And it disappoints me because I have higher expectations of them. Yeah. So I communicate that in whatever way that may be. Through anger, through, why are you doing this to me? But because I have expectations of them. But if I have a problem with someone, I don't like them or I hate them. Because why am I talking to you? So if you can take time out to go on the computer, on your account in YouTube, and leave a comment about me on numerous occasions or have conversations about me, I genuinely think you like me. You just have an expectation of me that hasn't been met. So I explained that to her and I said to her, I don't think anyone hates me. Like, why would you hate? I haven't done anything to you. Furthermore, I don't even know you. I've met people that say to me, oh, I didn't really like you before I met you. And I say to them, do you know how much of a weird statement that is?
I heard that before. Oh, yeah. One time some girl told me, oh, yeah. Oh, so you're not a cunt. What? Oh, no, I just heard that you was a cunt.
From
I'm
who?
Like, what? From where? From where?
It was like ZZ Mills the other day said to me, oh, you're like Marmite. People either love you or hate you. But I'm just like, but I don't say anything to people. I don't go around saying anything.
That's not a bad thing, though.
No, but I'm not Marmite. And I'm not.
Yeah, you could be. You could be seen as Marmite, but don't take that as a bad thing.
But I'm not. No, but I'm just looking at life for what it is, and I could be wrong. But I genuinely don't see how I can be. Like, Marmite is individuals that will say things to probe a negative reaction occasionally for their own benefit or something like that. So, for example, Alhan to me is Marmite. Okay. He's a mad you. Like, because he will wear a MAGA hat and his explanation for it may be justified, but at the end of the day, it's still a MAGA hat. Someone's still going to watch that and have an attachment to it that makes you go, cuz, like, how can you be supporting Trump? Yeah. And then his reasoning may make sense, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you're wearing a MAGA hat. So I'm still going to have a problem with that, and I'm not going to like you until you take that hat off. So that's a love you or hate you situation. I don't put anybody in a situation where they have to compromise their feelings when it comes to me because I don't do nothing to nobody.
But Marmite to me is somebody that could, for whatever reason, like I've got people that, like I've got a friend in particular, who I always just say is Marmite just because of just the way that she is and how forceful she can be in certain things, and she just can be a bit loud or whatever. Some people love it, some people don't like it. But that's not, to be honest with you, it's not, but that's not even so much about them. That's just more so about the person who is perceiving that person.
No, but that person could be Marmite, because imagine you invade that person's private space and you're loud and all of that. That is Marmite. Some people in that environment might be like, do you know what, I like that. Some people might be, do you know what, I come here to get away. Why is this person making bare noise? Cause I don't even talk to no one.
That's why you could be Marmite.
No, because you can't go onto a YouTube video with me and tell me I'm Marmite. Why are you going out of your way to see me?
Because we see your personality.
No, because they like me. You won't go out.
That's why somebody would say you're Marmite.
Does it make sense for you to go out of your way to look at something you don't like?
No, because
to
you
me,
you
that
still
is
might- okay, look,
slightly
you
a
s-
bit weird.
No, because this is the thing, yeah.
That's not a
They
problem
might.
with me. That's a problem
You're
with them.
smart. You're a very intelligent person, yeah, and you're very good at debating. Even when you're in the wrong, you're very good at still getting your point across, right? So for some people, on some side, it's like, yeah, he's a very intelligent person, and ultimately, I respect what he stands for. But sometimes I don't respect or like some of the things that you say, which
That's
makes
not
you.
Marmite though. I don't like some of the things my dad says. Ideally, that's one of my best friends. I don't like some of the things that the mother of my kids say. I don't like some of the things that you say.
Yeah,
that
I
doesn't
hear
make
that,
you
but-
Marmite.
but
That
you-
just means I don't like some of the things you say.
No, I hear that, but again,
Kanye
with
West.
some of the-
Kanye West is Marmite because some people
it's
are going to
the
be like,
remember,
I
it's the
love him.
Okay, all right.
But when
Let
he
me
comes
explain it
out
better.
and says,
let me explain it better. Okay,
go
it
on.
might not be exactly the things that you say, but maybe it's the behavior in how you say it. That's what might make you Marmite.
but look, these
say
videos
exactly
are
this-
minimum 25 minutes long.
Sometimes an hour.
You can't watch something for 25 minutes of someone
Sometimes
you don't
an hour. Of
like.
course you can. You
no,
can
that
watch-
means you got a problem.
That means-
I don't know anybody that's going to take out 25 minutes to an hour in their day
Of course
to
you
look
can-
at something they don't like. That
not-
means
but it's not about
you
not
have a
liking-
problem.
Yeah, but
no,
it's-
but that means I'm not Marmite. Like I said to you, Kanye West is Marmite. I can understand why people will hate him. I can understand people will love him.
So
because
you- oh, wait,
some
wait,
of the
wait,
things
so,
he
okay.
does are mad. Like, for example, there's no justification for saying things that you said about slavery. There's
of
no
course.
way out of it. What you've said is so bad. But that doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. It means you made a bad statement. But if someone has an emotional attachment to that statement, it makes perfect sense to me. You can't say slavery was a choice. Now I can see why man are like, do you know what? I'm not fucking with you no more. As a black man, you've gone on TMZ and said that. But that same way, I can see why
But
someone
that's
will
not
go,
about. I wouldn't say.
but that's
so
Marmite
wrong.
though, because he stood by that. That's now a trait he has.
So
Me?
Okay, all right. Let's on
that mad thing.
a genuine one. Yeah. Can you not see how some people would see that poet is Marmite?
Possibly.
Yeah, I can. He's
Okay.
a polarizing figure.
Okay, you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
all
No,
right.
I'm saying fair enough. I could be wrong.
I love you,
But logically
I can
for me,
definitely
it
see
doesn't
why.
make sense.
I love you, but I could see why some people would say.
One sec, he said J-Lo. Go on. But
But I think you're right in saying that the people that are commenting whatever they're commenting negative stuff aren't the people who really.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
and I haven't got any.
agree
Can I just say I haven't got a problem with anyone's comment. I
course.
genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, don't really give a fuck. Comment what you want, my G. It's your life, and I'm in. Like, I like opinions. If you think like what I said was shit or whatever, fucking go for it. Tell the world. But one thing we can't do is put narratives into the universe that genuinely don't make sense.
but I don't
for
even
me
think
anyway.
being called a Marmite is even a. Like,
But I've not said it's bad. I've not said it's good. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. And
It
if
does
someone
make
could-
sense to me.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I
then.
definitely
That's
see
fair
why.
enough.
I definitely see why some people would say that you was Marmite. However, maybe that's because I know you on a deeper one. So maybe you
Okay.
are right in a sense that some people that are making a comment or whatnot are judging it by some. You say a 25-minute clip, but we've been doing this for 3.5 years. But still,
And you're still here and you don't like. I just
course.
disbelieve that. I
Yeah,
really
but-
disbelieve that. I feel like Marmite for me is just actions that are just wild. I'm just like,
But
what
sometimes,
the fuck? I don't do anything
yeah,
wild.
but you know what it is?
Not anymore.
Sometimes the reason why some people are still here is purely on the basis of the subject matters. Because the subject matters are intriguing, especially the titles of the video. I just feel, I know some people get upset about the titles of the video sometimes, but you know what? It draws some people in.
What?
Remember, Krypton Conan didn't like one
title
of
of
the
the video.
title of the video. But guess
But that's
what?
got
It drew
nothing to
people
do
in.
with me,
I
though.
know it doesn't have anything to do with you, but what I'm saying is, yeah, is that is one of the things that draws people in still, even if they don't like me or they don't like you.
But then once they've made up their mind they don't like you, why do you come back? We get a consistent amount
Some
of
don't.
views. So we get and do you know what? To them people,
That's
amazing.
fine.
That's fine. My whole thing is we have to justify what we're saying with things that we can quantify, that everyone can go, that makes sense. An
No,
emotional.
but not everyone's going to agree with everything.
No, of course not. But we can all agree. If I took a shit in the middle of there, we would say, "Paul, like that's unacceptable behaviour."
Yeah,
Like, that's
of
not
course,
like an
but,
opinion.
Yeah, but some are just not as clear cut as that. Though.
So
And
therefore,
life
if it's not
isn't
clear
always-
cut, how can we make a statement and say that's what it is? If it's not clear cut,
No, but
because that's a clear cut
But that's
statement.
just an opinion. It's just no. It's a clear cut. It's a clear cut
Someone
statement, but
saying
it's
to
an
me-
opinion, though.
Fair enough, but that's why
It's
I can
an
say to
opinion.
you, I don't agree with that.
Of course, and that's fair. But I can say I
genuinely-
can, and that's why
No,
life.
I know you
that's
said
why
I can.
life is. That's why I
But
like having
everything you're
conversation.
saying, for me, no disrespect to you,
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
It literally, I couldn't take that information and hand it over to somebody else. But I know
course.
I could take the information of a black man saying on TMZ slavery was a choice to anybody, and anyone would go, big man, I don't know about that, and it's got nothing to do with Kanye West.
I don't even think that's about. I don't even think that's about a person being Marmite.
No, that's one example of Kanye West.
That statement there is he is Marmite because his character is Marmite.
Because he does things.
But that statement there in particular, that's in my opinion, I just think was just a very stupid statement, but I'm only using Kanye West and the statement as an example. That's just like one of the many things he's done that makes you go, what's wrong with this guy? I don't really think I do. Maybe back in the day, like you'd watch a Dappy video and you'd watch a couple other pieces of content and you'd be like, this guy's a bit of a prick. And then you watch something else and be like, but Marmite doesn't mean that you're a prick though.
No, but it means you either love him or you hate him.
Yeah,
but with hate, you can say someone's a prick. I'm just giving you one of the many things you can say. I'm not saying that's the only thing you can say. Okay. So, like I said, but if we look at my previous behaviour, I fully understand why people would say Marmite. Because you see this exaggerated character who doesn't really behave like that, and you meet him in real life, you're like, you're a bit of a decent person. The consistency of me right now is all down to who I genuinely think is a good person and being good, and then everything I say comes from a good... There's nothing that doesn't make sense. So therefore, to call it Marmite doesn't... But you know what?
To me, I fully, but this again, I accept the fact that I know you differently. So I could fully accept why some people would say that you're, because some people have told me from the offset before, don't really like that guy. But I've said to him, you don't know him. If you meet him,
it's a weird thing to say.
Exactly, but it's just, but you're a popular figure though.
Why am I popular? I don't get any of this, fam. Sorry, but that's a different question.
Bruv,
but do you know what I mean, Calum? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I just feel like I have an opinion, and some people wish they had an opinion, and they don't.
I know that you might not think this way, but a lot of people see you consistently on the internet, and they feel that when seeing you in different platforms or wherever it may be, or seeing you consistently, some people just naturally just get a vibe of what they think that person is. Now, they could be wrong.
Mad.
They could be wrong. I've done that many of times myself, like seeing maybe a certain person and thought from the persona of what I see right now, I don't like them, or I don't think I would get on with that person. But I also am smart enough to know that if I saw them in real life, it could be very different. Not everybody particularly feels that way. What I'm saying is that you are consistently somewhere on the thing.
Off, man.
Yeah, so because of that, some people judge all of those things by that, and with not knowing who you are personally. So that's where the Marmite thing could come in, because somebody might sit there and say, okay, I see you on this, that, or whatever it may be, or I don't like your opinions, or I don't like the way that you project your opinions on people, or whatever it may be. But then he might sit down with you in real life over dinner and realise this guy's actually a real nice guy, which then would probably lead them to say, if somebody said, what's that poet guy like? They might turn around and say, his online persona I didn't particularly like. Could be a bit Marmite. But in real life, he's actually a really nice guy. To me, that's Marmite.
But they're like, this is my whole thing.
We're having too much of a long conversation about Marmite.
You're right, sorry. We can end it. This is my closing statement. After this, you can say as freely as you want. I just feel that in life, if we can't quantify the way in which we feel, and it's just a feeling, not with everything. Some things are just a feeling and you can't explain it. But I think there's some things like calling someone Marmite, I just genuinely feel
that
they have to have more examples.
No, I don't agree.
Which is fair enough. I don't know how you're quantifying it then. Yeah. It's just weird to me. You're just looking at everything. You just
said it yourself. Like you can just say, you literally could just say that there are some things that are just a feeling and you can't explain it.
But that's with some things
you can't pick and you
because no one can explain it. Some things that no one can explain.
But that's individually. You can't just put that down to a group of people. That's an individual case. So there's certain things that you might be able. There's certain things that you might be able to explain that I can't.
It was my closing statement. I'm talking about things that can't be explained. Can't be explained. If a man saw a UFO and he felt a particular way, and I can't, that's what I'm trying to say to you. For that, I have a different sense of thought. But to call someone something, there needs to be a series of events that lead you to make that statement. If those series of events are not Marmite, then how can he be Marmite? That's my closing statement. God bless everyone. Chucky, say freely as you please. That's the only thing I don't understand.
Did you listen to Getster's album?